What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Optimus Prime 809. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my 10 favourite action figures released in 2025. There's also going to be some honourable mentions, and this is the first year of a dishonourable mention. It's just such a trash figure that I had to give him a shout out, especially. So, sit back, let's have some fun together. Okay, so starting off with the dishonourable mentions, it's that idiot. Studio Series Wheeljack, or Q, depending on how you like to address him. Yes, this is a real disappointment. I just look at this and I feel angry. Obviously the Dark of the Moon figure all those years ago was cancelled. It looked incredible. And we waited all that time to get this. I mean, you're just looking at the back and thinking, what am I looking at here? This is something else. And I would agree with you, because the kibble management here is just ugly. Straight ugly. The accessories it comes with are just lame. I mean, carry hold of them. That just does not look good there. And this is a staff, but he can't hold it like a staff. He has to hold it like a stick, or like a weird pole arm. I just don't like that. And to take the things out, his arms just look incredibly stupid, stubby, but so long at the same time. Too long. And you see all this kibble here. Complete lack of paint. And just a complete lack of articulation as well. I mean, they could have put a waist joint there and they didn't. So this figure just makes me angry. The car mode could have been very, very nice. Very nice car. However, there's just far too many lines. The wheels are far too thin. It just looks cheap. So I'm really quite annoyed by this one. I think that it's even more painful because I bought this, I think I bought it at full price, but now I've seen it in stock in different places for around £8. I think that In Demand Toys is selling them for £6. Smith's now £10. So yeah, it stinks. It very much stinks. So that's my dishonourable mention for the year. But everything from now on is going to be a lot more positive. Okay, here's my first honourable mention. It's the Black Series Deluxe Sauvage Press. Wow, wow, wow. Honestly, I kind of forgot that it came out in 2025, but yeah, looking back, he did pretty much right at the start. So as I said, Black Series really improved themselves this year with the articulation. As you can see at the waist, he's got crazy range, forward and back. He has a diaphragm that actually works, and he's got this at the waist, which is very much functional. He's got this excellent soft goods, I guess, skirt, you could call it, which doesn't really hinder the articulation in any meaningful way. Single jointed knees, yeah, but good enough range. I think this may be one of the first figures that comes with their new wrist articulation, which I will show you if I can get this out of his hand. There we go. It's the all-jointed system that they got going on, and yeah, it works very well here. So I love the way this looks, and love the way it articulates. Excellent butterfly joints there. Comes with, obviously, his double-bladed lightsaber and his big spear thing. So very much impressed with this guy. Sauvage Press is an excellent character that so many of us love. You see all that nice range of movement at the neck there, double jointed. I don't like that the lightsaber's not painted silver. That's a shame for sure. But just one flaw on an otherwise excellent figure. So that's Black Series Sauvage Press. And my second honourable mention is the Gamerverse Black Suit, Spider-Man. Wow, wow, wow. This is the Black Suit figure that I've been wanting for quite some time. Really, it has pretty much all of the articulation that I would want, but the thing that kind of lets him down and makes him just an honourable mention rather than being on the list proper is the lack of butterfly joints. Like, he really needed that to be able to pull off some of those more crazy poses. He still can, for sure. However, I think that butterfly joints would really open up your options. And you can see the range here is just unreal. The Marvel Legends that can do that. You go to the side nicely. Great movement at the head as well. Which isn't something you always see with this double ball joint setup. Pinless double elbows. Great range at the legs. Yeah, really like this one, but I think it just needed the butterfly joints. Like I said, I didn't pick up a lot of Marvel Legends in 2025, but this is definitely one of those shining examples that really stood out to me in 2025. And for my final honourable mention, this is the CT Toys Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. Wow, wow, wow. I love Agent Venom. I had the old Marvel Legends, the Walgreens exclusive one, still got that somewhere, but really had to track him down because I just love the character so much, and I think CT Toys really knocked it out of the park here. Wow, I just have so much fun posing him. And that is the reason why he is just an honourable mention. I was going to bring it up later, but yeah, this leg just drops off without any pressure. You know, it's functional enough. It does work, it rotates and all, but yeah, it does tend to fold under zero pressure. If you look at it funny or move it just slightly, it will just come out. Kind of ironic because I know that Flash Thompson is paraplegic. You know, he doesn't have legs, so I guess in some ways that's kind of accurate, but it shouldn't be happening, really. It does take out some of the enjoyment of the figure. But he can get into literally any pose you want him to. Comes with a butt ton of accessories. Lots of pistols. Comes with his grenade launcher, he comes with blast effects, comes with his tentacles, different eyes, and many different hands. And it just kind of looks amazing in any pose that you get him in. So, really a good pick. I think just be careful in terms of some of the joints, like the leg. It didn't do that out of the box, I think it was just after manipulating it for a little while. Really like this one. Can't go wrong with it. Okay, time to get on to the list itself. At number 10, we have the Black Series Chimera, or Stranger, depending on what you like to call him. I think that when the Acolyte came out, people didn't really like the show for the most part, but yeah, it's aged well over time, I guess. People have softened on it, but one thing that people never hated was this guy, Mr. Stranger. Everyone was eagerly anticipating this figure, myself included. They really just did an incredible job with this. The way that the soft goods and the plastic cloak are integrated. Looks very nice. The lightsabers work really well. The fact that you can combine the two by taking this blade off and sticking that over here is really cool. Doesn't even document that feature, I just figured it out myself, and I think that's really nice. Nice hidden feature. And he has the nice ball joint setup at the wrists as well. Gives some omnidirectional movement. The range isn't the best, but it's functional. Great range of movement at the elbows. Excellent paintwork, as you can see. And the head has lots of articulation and range of movement as well. The nice double setup comes with obviously this head and the unmasked head, both of which look very nice. And yeah, he just poses like a dream, really. Let's see what we can do real quick. Yeah. You look a bit awkward with this on, of course, as that hides the abdomen articulation. However, you can certainly make it work. If we do this, I think I'll look tough. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think he came out in the same way as the Jedi Temple Guard, and that was a fine enough figure. However, the articulation was kind of hindered, which is a shame, but this guy, 100% recommend him. At number 9, we have the Blockies Champion Class Endgame Iron Man. Wow. I mean, this is just exemplary of what Blockies is really doing and how they're changing the game. The build was very fun, but I think the end result is even more satisfying. This has all the articulation you could ask for, plus all the range, of course. Just look at this. Like, it just does everything you want it to. He has light-up features. The light's a bit weak at the moment, but yeah, it does work very nice. And he obviously comes with the blast effects, different hands, comes with his blade. And yeah, just really nice range of movement, joints that are well considered and thoughtful. Feels nice in the hand in terms of the plastic quality. Paintwork is really nice, really poops all over the Marvel Legends one. Has really nice butterfly joints, range of movement at the head is wonderful. Get the nice flying poses out of him for sure. And yeah, honestly, I really love this figure. Very fun to mess around with. Makes for a nice desk toy. So I think maybe the only thing letting him down is scale, because it's a bit of an odd scale. It doesn't really fit in with anything else. Not Marvel Legends, and not even the new Blockies Marvel Rivals figures. It's kind of smaller than that. So kind of is its own piece, which isn't a bad thing, but it just means that yeah, it doesn't really look great besides much else, which is a shame. But for the price and for the whole experience, I would definitely recommend this. Got this off of AliExpress, but I think you could probably find this from other retailers for sure. Take a look. Number 8, we have the Blockies Defender class Devastator. I didn't really know that they'd be able to pull this off when I first heard that the Constructicons would be coming to that Defender series. But the fact that they did is just incredible. Obviously, the Constructicons themselves are non-transforming, but then there's that combining kit that comes with the head and a few other parts, like the arms and stuff. And once you get that, you can put them all together and get this piece of art. This is my first like G1 Devastator that I've ever owned, because I think the Hasbro ones are just kind of too expensive and too big. But when Blockies came along with this more affordable and space-friendly option, yes, absolutely jumped on it. I just wanted to have a representation of Devastator in my collection, and this definitely meets that need, I would say. Yeah, to a point that I've actually gone ahead and ordered their new Bruticus, along with combining kit. So I think this is my new, like, vice. The Blockies Defender class Constructicons, but like combiners. So I will be looking to fill out this collection. Articulates incredibly. It has lots of the different points of articulation that you would want, along with the range of movement. Obviously some bits like that look a little funny, but given the nature of the components, works fine for me. Has that butterfly movement, and yeah, you can get him into all the poses that you might want. So colour me impressed. Great value for money, low cost, and just a fun time. I think maybe the only setback is in terms of the acquisition methods. I think for a time this was only really available on AliExpress. You couldn't really get this in the West, but I think that's now changed. I think with the Battersea Power Station they've started stocking this. So yeah, if you're able to find this guy, I would highly recommend it. It's just a fun build and looks really nice on your shelf. At number 7 we have the Blockies, I believe this was the Champion class, Superman, from obviously the Superman film. I think this is actually my favourite version of Superman in terms of all the toys that they've made of him. It just looks really nice, articulates very well, really meets the need. The McFarlane one didn't. This one is just well priced, fun to mess with, comes with the wired cape, comes with crypto, and has all the articulation that you might want, as is always the case now with Blockies. I mean, you can see I've got him on this flight stand, just aura farming. It's got the nice wired cape, which is obviously something you had to pay more for when it came to McFarlane and their offering. Comes with some different accessories, comes with like a head charging up the heat vision, comes with some different hands, and yeah, just poses nicely, looks good, feels good, low cost, good scale, and really quite satisfied with him. I think I might actually get rid of my McFarlane one, because I like this one so much. I feel like this is maybe one that collectors slept on, so I would definitely recommend it. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, it just looks nice. There's another fun desk toy, I would say. So, like I said, they're taking on McFarlane as well now, Blockies themselves. What more can you ask for? I'll definitely be buying some more of their DC kits, like that new Batman Beyond Batman figure. So yeah, highly recommend this one. And number 6 we have, oh look, another Blockies kit. This one is the classic class Transformers 1 Shockwave. This is actually genuinely the best Shockwave that I own in my collection. Wow, build was good, no problems there. And given that this is Shockwave, I don't particularly need him to transform. His look in Transformers 1 was also very nice, so I think this is a pretty definitive version of Shockwave to have in the collection. Scales well with the other kits, and I think he would scale with maybe the Legends class Transformers. It just looks incredible. The shiny plastic, the general, should we say, aura this guy has in terms of how evil he looks. He's got the nice menacing shiny eye. Comes with some different hands. Comes with his cannon, of course. The articulation is wonderful. Things get out of the way. Things cooperate. He looks good in pretty much any pose. Got excellent range of movement. He's very nicely priced. He's got a very like thoughtfully considered knee bend there, not just some big gappy mess. So this is definitely one I would recommend if you love Shockwave. And if you're just looking for something to fill out your Decepticon ranks, I think this guy can fit into multiple displays and look damn good doing it. At number 5 we have the CT Toys Rivaltech Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit. Wow, 2025 really was the rise of the KO companies, I dare say. CT Toys, West Toys, AC Factory. Wow, I love Gambit, and the Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit figure is one that I've always appreciated from a distance, but obviously it was prohibitively expensive. So getting a high quality KO of it, yeah, I had to jump on that. I mean, since it's a Rivaltech Amazing Yamaguchi figure, you know that the articulation is going to be second to none, and yeah, that's the case here. He has everything. And also, given that he is the type of figure that he is, he comes with a metric butt ton of accessories. All the hands, a different head, different effects pieces, his cards, everything you need to just make this guy work. And you can see the nice cloth wired jacket there. And it's got his bag of accessories here. Also the nice effects pieces, the hands and things. So, and obviously for the price I paid, I really would definitely recommend this. Got mine off of AliExpress. And coops all over the Marvel Legends that we've gotten in the past. So if you're able to get this one, I'd certainly recommend it. Just look at that. How could you not want this on your shelf? Wow. Wow. And at number 4 we have a pair of figures that go hand in hand, so really it would be pretty much impossible to rank these individually. It's the Marvel Legends Born Again, Daredevil and Punisher, who came out together, and collectors went crazy for them. Honestly, they were sold out very quickly, pretty much everywhere. So I did actually pre-order this guy. I was able to find this guy, I believe, from Smith's. What can be said that hasn't already been said by collectors before? This is a huge upgrade over the old Daredevil figure from the Netflix show. Excellent articulation and range of movement. And a nice head sculpt, which is well painted as well. So you can see the double neck joint there. So that gives you some really excellent movement. Comes with his 2 bitty clubs, as well as the zipline effect, which unfortunately isn't wired. You can see the new butterfly, I guess, not really a butterfly joint, but kind of similar to what McFarlane have. Yeah, you can see that in action. Goes up and down, left, forward and back, kind of like a universal joint. And obviously pinless. And he can kick his own butt easily. So yeah, another one of those figures that just looks good in any pose. So let's do that now. We'll just put him in an aura farming pose. Here we go. And Mr. Punisher is wonderful. Truly. That's a really good likeness to John Bernthal. It's not as good as obviously the CGI render, but it never is. I think you just have to kind of look at the figure before you get it, because some of them do look a little bit stinky in the face department, but you can certainly find some good ones. I think this guy is like a nice platform for kit bashing. You know, I've got some G.I. Joe classified accessories on here. This is the Godcalls from one of the Cobra Vipers. I think it's from the 3-pack. And this is also the assault rifle that came there, and the blast effect from that set also. So I think those bits, Frank is looking mean. Comes with a few of his own accessories, like the pistol that you can see in the holster, and like a tomahawk or an axe. So yeah, if you've got lots of spare weapons lying around, I think this dude is going to look very nice with them. And I think if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably pick Daredevil, but both of them are very nice and definitely marked improvements over what came before. So I would definitely recommend them both. And who knows, we might be getting updated versions for Season 2 of Born Again and the new Spider-Man film. Let's see what happens. But for the time being, love these figures and would highly recommend them. And at number 3 we have the Age of the Primes Megatronus. It's kind of strange to be putting my first transforming Transformer on the list, only at number 3, but yeah, I guess Transformers generally didn't vibe with me in the way that it usually does, compared to other years and compared to what the non-transforming Transformers did. But this guy, yeah, there's nothing to hate, everything to love. As a leader class figure, this actually feels worth the price point, and comes with some really meaningful accessories like the Requiem Blaster, which does transform based on, you know, whatever mode you've got him in, and you can take bits off to change the way it looks. So it's quite modular and quite nice. And he obviously comes with those incredible flame effects, because this guy is supposed to be like a furnace, so he does very much embody that here, I think. Feels really hefty, like very weighty, not loose at all. Shake him and he won't move about. Very nicely filled in. Great articulation. You can see the nice butterfly movement there. Great paint. And it just looks really nice in both tank mode and robot mode. What you can't see at the moment is his long pike weapon on his back, kind of inspired by his appearance from RAD 2015. So what I really like about these Prime figures from Age of the Primes is that they're like an amalgamation of their different appearances over the years. So this guy is obviously very much inspired by his Dreamwave look, but he also has the RAD 2015 weapon included. And yes, similar things can be said for some of the other Primes, like Micronus is obviously very much inspired by his RAD 2015 look. Primer is like IDW XG1. That's also a very nice figure, but didn't include him on the list because I'm not fully happy with him. But this guy, yeah, nothing to complain about. Love Age of the Primes, love the Primes that they've done, and I really hope that we see this sort of thing continue. And at number 2 we have the Star Wars Black Series SDCC exclusive Obi-Wan and Anakin 2-pack. Wow, they only get this one fairly recently, but wow, I mean, there's just no words how cool these two are. Massive upgrades compared to their old figures, and I don't think that the single release for these two, yeah, they're not really worth it. I would just spend the extra money and get the exclusive if possible, and they come with the Force hands, which very much necessary, I feel, for Force users, and I feel like that's the new standard that should be done going forwards for Black Series. Obviously the swoosh effects, which you don't get in the single releases. I think they really transform the experience here. The articulation on these two is impeccable. Not much more that you can really ask for. Maybe for Obi-Wan if he had the same setup as Anakin, where these are separate pieces that give you better range of movement. I think that would be great, but yeah, they can do anything you want them to, and I think this is probably the best these two have looked in action figure form, even including the imports. I mean, just look at the head sculpts and the paint on them. Really nice indeed. I think that it's good that they didn't include any soft goods, because that probably would have made them look not as cool. You know, it's just a very nice, well-considered approach. Proposed effortlessly. And obviously the Force hands, as I said, really take things to the next level. It's amazing what just one little accessory will do in terms of making them look as cool as they do. Yeah, nothing to complain about with these two really, other than how difficult they were to get for most people. I think if they were to re-release it or something, that would definitely be appreciated. Love these two. Probably some of the best figures that the Black Series has ever put out, and as I said in the intro, is probably the reason why Black Series has had the best year that it's had. Okay, and for number 1, he's not going to fit in the camera, so I'm going to have to go handheld for this one. This isn't going to surprise you. At number 1, we have the Yolapok AMK Pro Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I mean, that is just evil incarnate. What can I say that hasn't already been said by other reviewers at this point? Everything about it is immaculate. Build was fairly easy, slightly painful as there's some sharp areas. However, truly worth it. You can see all the nice mud effects painted onto his shoulder and his cannon there. Comes with alternate parts, so I believe you can change out the cannon for his other arm. Paintwork is immaculate. He is obviously covered in die cast. Incredible articulation. Looks good from every angle. Very heavy. And like I said, I mean, this is one of the absolute benefits of making Transformers that don't transform. You can just really nail down their robot mode. I know you can't really see what I'm doing at the moment, but I am posing Megatron, so I will show you that in just a second. I mean, I can't believe that they were able to produce this at the price that they were selling him for is honestly very comparable to the 3.0 Megatron, yet probably didn't cost more than, I want to say, £70. There we go. There you can see what I got them into. Just incredible. Does come with light up eyes and cannon. You just have to change out the batteries and wave that little Decepticon insignia around, and yeah, it'll light up. Let me fully do that. Can get a better look at him. So, YOLO Park definitely knocked it out of the park in 2025. They put out some really good MK Pro figures. I think he'll look very nice alongside my MK Pro Age of Extinction Optimus, but I do hope that they put out a Revenge of the Fallen or First Trilogy Bayverse Prime soon. They're also doing a few more figures in this line, such as Ironhide and Dark of the Moon Megatron, who is going to be very nice for sure, because that's a great look for Megatron. So this is my number one pick. I don't think anyone can really contest this, and I'm sure other people have put this at number one on their own lists. Very, very impressed with YOLO Park. So there's the list, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you drop a like, leave a comment, and smash that subscribe button, that would be appreciated. I'll try and upload a little bit more for you guys as well. I'm rather enjoying it. Who'd have thought? Talking about something that you're passionate about with a community that feels the same way will get you feeling so good, eh? So, here's the number one pick again. YOLO Park MK Pro, Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I don't think that my list was particularly controversial. Let me know if it was, of course. But I don't think it can be argued that this guy is well worth the number one spot. Truly a work of art. So definitely let me know in the comments your own list, as yeah, I'm genuinely curious to know what you guys have been collecting and how you're feeling about the state of the hobby in 2025. Which our hobby is affected by a lot of factors and is always in flux. So it'd be nice to know how you guys are feeling about things, and it's always good to do some introspection. So, from me, from Megatron, goodbye, thanks for watching, I hope to see you again soon. Peace.